Hi, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a fall look today using some of the fall colors, plums and burgundies, but using matte shade colors for this look. If you would like to see how I achieve this look, I want you to keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. So let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so I already prepared my eyebrows and I put in my concealer on my lid so that I can have a nice clean canvas. And I also didn't forget to show you that I put on this tape. I just use any regular tape. I use like this here. This is the Scotch tape. And that's what I use. So what I'm going to start with is a transition shade, which is this fawn color, and if you can see here, and I'll be using the Morphe PK36 brush, and I'll be dabbing some of that there and applying that on my crease and a little above my crease as well, and out to the side where this tape is at. It's a really nice transition shade that you could use. It'll probably be a little bit darker on lighter skin, but it's perfect for my skin tone. So if it's too dark on you, I would try something obviously lighter. Now I don't see the name on the back. It's kind of like covered up, the name of the company, but it is the color fawn. So if I can figure out who, what company it is, I'll put it down on the description box. Okay, now that I have that there, I am going to use the Morphe R39 brush and going in with the Nubian palette again. It's very beautiful colors and very pigmented, so I highly recommend you looking at their website and seeing what kind of palettes they have. They have many different palettes, and yeah, so we're gonna go in with the color Jezebel right here, and we're gonna apply that color, and you just want a little bit, you don't want a whole lot to start with, just because it's just gonna be overpowering. So you want to start out light first and then build it up. So you want to start at the very edge of your outer corner eye, and you're just going to blend that right in. You need to pick up more, pick up some more. You always want to start out with a little bit first. And just keep applying that until you achieve the look that you really want. You could do this a light color, you could do this a little bit more intense, and I'm going to go in a little bit more than halfway on my eyelid. And just keep picking up more as needed, and just blend that in, and then just kind of apply some by the tape and just slightly brush it. I like to do upward just because you're starting from the bottom and not starting from the top and creating just a blob first and then blending it out. So if I start from the bottom where the tape is at and go upward, that helps me not just look like, you know, I just put a blob of color there. Just going to keep blending. And if you feel like you just put a little bit too much color above the crease and you're like, whoa, what you could do is you can grab a fluffy blending brush. Oops, just fell down. I usually use my Morphe E27, and I just kind of blend out the top. If I see that I just overdid it, that kind of just takes off a little bit of that color, just like so, just like that. I'm going to have to go into another palette because the only downfall with the Juvia's Place palettes is that they do have matte shades, but they're usually dark shades. There's no like lighter shade that you could use. So I will go into the Soiree Diaries right here palette and use Mogul, which is right here. And I'm going to use also one of the brushes from Urban Decay Naked Palette, and I'm just going to grab some of that Mogul and I'm going to apply that on the inner corner of my eye towards the burgundy color. It's just a matte shade, and it's really, it just kind of highlights it in a matte way, and it's just perfect. Just like that. After you do that, then I'm going to go in with a e.l.f. This is an e.l.f. defining eye brush. It's like really small. Let's see. And I'm going to go back into the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to pick up Leyla, which is a very deep purple color. It's got some black in it. I'm going to apply that so lightly, like I'm applying eyeliner, but with this color on the edge of my eyelash, on the outer corner of my lash, and by the tape. Just want to kind of make it look like it's a wing. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to add too much, or it'll just kind of defeat the purpose of having the burgundy there. You don't want it to overpower that burgundy. Okay, now we're going to take off this tape, and we are going to use the Liquid Kohl waterproof liner from Seraphine Botanicals. This is a cruelty-free product, and it's very pigmented, and I really like this liner. It's one of these liners that are very precise, and it's like I said, it's really pigmented. So we're going to go in and we're going to create our wing look here. Just like so. And then start from the inner corner. Personally, I like to create a very thin line. I don't like to do too thick. Starting out from my inner corner, and then I do thicken it, but not too much on my wing here. And I like applying the liner from the side, just because after a while it kind of dries up where the tip is. And you know what, being my age, we do get more wrinkles. And sometimes if you're applying this fine liner straight this way, it tends to skip because we do have wrinkles. So just a tip for you mature women like me, you want to do it on the side like this, and it won't skip on your lid. And just keep applying it like so. Now going back in with the Juvia's Place palette and using that the defining eye brush. Whoops. I'm going to pick up some of that Jezebel and put that on my lower lash here, and I am going to, there's some lint on my brush. I'm going to apply that on the lower lash, attaching it to that liner that I just put on. And then just brush it in and blend it out. Just like so. And you could take a little bit of that color Leyla and just kind of where the liner is at, just apply some of that just to kind of darken it. Okay, now taking a pencil brush, This is like one of my no-name pencil brushes that I purchased on Amazon. I think it was like a set of, I don't know, 8 or 10 small eye brushes, and they were, I think, for like $9.99 or $12.99. I can't remember exactly. But we're going to pick up the color Zuri on the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to apply that color in my inner corner eye right here. Just really highlights that inner corner. Then I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, and I'm going to apply some of that mascara on the bottom lash before I put on my falsies. So just apply that. Okay, so now I've applied the glue to my falsies. These are the House of Lashes. When I saw them online, they were only like $5, so like I grabbed a bunch of them because, again, these are the falsies that I use for work. Since my lashes were burnt off. If you saw my second video, it will tell you the story, the really, really sad story of my lashes. Okay, moving on. So, I'm going to apply that right there. And there you have it. Now this is the finished look, and I hope you like this fall colors that I used. If there is anything specific that you want me to try, I could do peaches, I could do pretty much any color. Just comment down below, and I hope to see you next time.